So I guess you have a choice. You want a war? Or do you want to just give me a gun?
John Wick and Neo have easily become two of the most recognizable action characters in movie history. But what if I told you that the guy who plays these two BA dudes is actually one of the nicest people in Hollywood? Who would have thought that you could find one of Hollywood's biggest stars just playing pickup hockey at the park, or taking a 90% pay cut on a film to get other great actors on board? All I'm saying is that this Keanu Reeves guy is much more than meets the eye. This first one is for all my gamers out there. Gamers rise up, am I right? Anyways, so the talk of the town at Microsoft's 2019 E3 conference had to be Keanu Reeves announcing the release of the new Cyberpunk 2077 game. When Reeves walked out on stage, the crowd was so stoked that they kept flustering him and his introduction to the game. This all culminated in a crowd member screaming, "You're breathtaking" to Reeves, and Reeves responding by saying, "You're breathtaking," and thus launching himself into memedom yet again. The Cyberpunk creators wanted to build a character that looked like Reeves, because why wouldn't you want to have Keanu Reeves in your game anyways? Reeves will be voicing the character Johnny Silverhands, a rebellious rockstar badass fighter. Sounds like the role Reeves was born to play. John Wick and Neo are two of the biggest badasses we've seen in movie history, but the guy who plays these two insane characters has a softer and more introspective side to him as well. Reeves has a passion for writing and poetry on top of his acting skills. In 2011, Reeves released a book with illustrator Alexandra Grant called Ode to Happiness. Having a rough childhood, Reeves explores the idea of loss and sadness, but in a tongue-in-cheek sort of way. The book dives into a dark but humorous self-regimen guide for those who have experienced loss, which includes lounging in Alone Again silk pajamas and moisturizing with I Hate Myself face cream. The book cleverly takes a jab at the way we process our sadness as a society. Oh, and this book is also selling on Amazon for $517. If Reeves ever decides to quit making films, he can definitely make a career in writing, especially now that he's the biggest meme on the internet. So we've established that Reeves has a way with stringing together words with pen and paper, but this dude is literally one of the smoothest talkers of the last century. I mean, come on. Is this guy real life? Like, for real, no wonder he's such a likable guy. In the recent Netflix movie Always Be My Maybe, Reeves plays an exaggerated version of himself. From what we've seen of Reeves in real life, maybe this exaggerated and scripted version of himself isn't that far off from how he really is. While on the Ellen Show, Reeves gave us a little taste into his love interests. About 5 months before Keanu was on the show, Sandra Bullock revealed that she had a crush on Keanu while they were on the set of Speed back in the 90s. I mean, who can blame her? But Reeves responded to that interview tape by saying that, quote, "She obviously didn't know that I had a crush on her. And honestly, who can blame him?" Their unspoken feelings for each other has had a ton of fans asking what could have been. Okay, but hold on a second and watch this interview clip of Reeves on the set of Speed talking about Bullock. I mean, are you kidding me? You're telling me that neither of them caught on to what was happening there? I don't know, man. It seems like we may not be getting the whole story here. But either way, I mean, it's clear that Reeves is just a really sweet guy at the end of the day. The Matrix series, Speed, John Wick 1, 2, and 3. This guy cannot stop making smashing box office hits. These movies collectively brought in about $2.4 billion in revenue. I think this gives the dude the right to live lavishly. Think again. Surprisingly, Reeves is somehow just like the rest of us. Let's look at a couple examples. Exhibit 1. Here's a really sweet video of Keanu Reeves on the subway. Very humble from a dude who could be taking private helicopters everywhere he goes. Wait, what was that? He just gave up his seat to this lady who needed one? Who knew our boy Keanu was such a gentleman? Exhibit 2. Here's a photo of a humble Keanu Reeves just sitting on a park bench and eating a sandwich. Sure, this picture may have become quite the meme, #SadKeanu. How can you not love a movie star who does something as simple as this? And finally, Exhibit 3. He does his own groceries. Okay, look, I know, you're probably thinking, what's the big deal with this? But I mean, it's Keanu Reeves doing groceries. He makes anything look cool. Speaking of being just like the rest of us, Reeves is not afraid to just do what he loves to do. Reeves said when he first moved to Los Angeles, he saw a couple of guys in a parking lot at a gas station that had hockey equipment in the back of their car. Reeves found out that they were going to play some pickup street hockey down the block. Being an avid hockey player in high school, Reeves asked if he could play with them. They said yes, and he ended up playing hockey with them basically every weekend for the next 10 years. On a side note, Reeves' nickname to his hockey playing friends is, quote, The Wall. But I mean, for real, who does that? As I've been saying over and over and over again, Reeves is clearly not afraid to humble himself and partake in the things we all enjoy, even if it is just a pickup hockey game every weekend. So next time you're in LA, keep a lookout for your boy Keanu the Wall Reeves posting up in the goal at some small LA park. We all know that sequels are what make the big bucks in Hollywood. I mean, Marvel is re-releasing Endgame with, quote, more footage in order to pass up Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time. I mean, we wouldn't say it's for that reason, but we all know the truth. Anyways, when Reeves was offered a role in the sequel to the successful film Speed, no one would have blamed him if he had taken the role, made a shit ton of money, and basked in it. However, Reeves shockingly turned down the role for the film. You may be asking, why did he do that? And that is quite the valid question. He said that he wanted to make time to tour with his band and play Hamlet in a small local production in LA. Crazy or not, it's clear that Keanu Reeves is not one to be pushed around by money. It's clear though that Reeves is clearly fond of having some of the greatest actors in the game in his movies. So much so in fact that he has willingly taken a pay cut in order to collaborate with some amazing actors. For the film The Devil's Advocate, Reeves intentionally took a cut in compensation in order to bring on the great Al Pacino. Reeves recalled saying to his producers, "Is that all I have to do? 'Cause I'll do it." And let's just say Pacino really got the better end of that deal. He was nominated for several different awards, including the MTV Film Award for Best Villain, for his role as John Milton in the film. I mean, it's no Godfather, but still, Pacino sure does have Reeves to thank for giving him the opportunity. While Reeves is willing to give up major amounts of money to bring various actors onto his movies, it is very apparent that Reeves is also very generous with the cash that he does get. One Reddit user said that they were working on the film Chain Reaction starring Morgan Freeman and Keanu Reeves as an assistant prop designer. For those of you who aren't familiar with jobs on a movie set, the assistant prop designer is pretty low on the totem pole. But this worker said that Reeves was so generous that he took the stagehands and, quote, grunt workers out for breakfast and lunch every day for the last few weeks of filming. And this isn't a one-time occurrence. On another occasion, Reeves helped out a set builder who was working on The Matrix by giving him a $20,000 Christmas bonus. Reeves heard that this set builder was having trouble making ends meet for his family, so he gave him the money with no strings attached. Back in 1997, one of the most widely circulated paparazzi photos of Reeves was taken. Here you can see Reeves sitting with a homeless man, and the two were just hanging out. The story goes that Reeves was walking around Los Angeles and saw this man on the street, so he decided to go get some drinks and snacks for the man. Reeves returned to not only give him the drinks and snacks, but to also sit with him and just listen to his stories. The paparazzi showed up before Reeves left to capture the moment. Otherwise, as we can probably assume from Mr. Humble Reeves himself, we would have no idea that this even happened. I mean, come on, this is something that I guarantee 98% of the planet would not do. Maybe we have a lesson to learn from Keanu on how to make this world a better place. I mean, how could you not love Keanu Reeves? This guy is the best. Answer in the comments below what your favorite thing about Keanu Reeves is. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching The Richest, and we will see you soon.